Hey, it's Dennis. Thanks for checking back in with me. So, in order to increase your success on your project, you really need to be able to compare your labor dollars invested against your estimate projections. And we do that through time card entry. So, by entering hours daily, we have a almost up to the minute snapshot of exactly what's happening on your project, so that if something starts to go south, you'll know about it the day it happens. And that's going to give you time to get out there and get that problem fixed before you lose money on your project. Let me show you how that's done. Okay, so here are the schedules that we wrote last time we were together, and we're going to close out of here and we're going to take a look at how we can enter some hours back into the program, and then we're going to take a look at what kind of data we're collecting and what we can use it for. So let's close out of here and we'll select enter actual hours. Okay, so this is the page that we'll use to enter our actual hours, and you can see that those will go right in here. There are several ways to get those hours in there. One would be to actually print this page out, give it to your employee, and then let them write their hours in here as they go through their workday. Every day they could hand those back to you, and you could actually enter their hours for them right here. So that's one method you could use. Another method would be to let the employee log in themselves and enter the hours for their own schedule. So if you go to the Employees tab and select one of these employees, you can see that you can give them login access right here. Just enable web login. And then create a username and a password for them. So they can log in either on a computer, desktop, laptop, tablet, or there is actually an app within the program that lets them enter their time by smartphone. So if we log out of here, so this is Tim Nolan's login. And you can see that this will give him the ability to enter hours through some type of a computer or laptop. Or you can come in here for the mobile entry, and this is what they'll see on their mobile phone. They can select their task and enter hours for it for each day. So as they go through the week, they can just update their task list and enter the hours for all the tasks that they worked on. A couple of ways to get that information back in there. Now, normally, if I give them login access, I will put either a tablet or a small laptop in my office and let them know it's there at the end of the day. They can come in and log their hours in. I do that because I don't want them to come to me and tell me that I'm forcing them to use their personal phone for company business. By providing the laptop or the tablet for them to use, they have another source at the end of the day. But in reality, all of them will generally just use their cell phone, log in, log their hours in because they're in a hurry to get out of there at the end of the day. So that's how we get the time in. Let's take a look at a timesheet that's already got some hours entered in, and we'll see what kind of information we can gather from that data. Okay, so here's our timesheets again with some hours entered in. So you can see we've collected some data here. The first thing I'm going to do is close this, and we'll take a look at some reports. So this is the employee efficiency report, and you can see when I enter the hours for each crew, I skewed them. So I made one crew good and one crew bad. Green numbers are always good in this program, and red numbers, of course, are bad. The first crew finished their work 23.4% ahead of schedule or under budget. you can see that the wage for this employee, John Carlson, the current wage, his actual wage is $22.50 an hour, but his project wage equivalent is $29.37 an hour. So he is installing material at the rate of a $29 journeyman. And then the next column over is the lifetime wage. So it would track him across all of his projects for his lifetime and determine his rate of installation, his wage equivalent. Of course, we've only got data for one project, so it's the same as the project equivalent right now. But you can also see down here, this person here, Craig Peterson, is currently being paid $23.44 an hour. On group of tasks, he actually only earned $18.24 an hour. So this just gives you an idea of how your employees are performing. Generally, when people start using this software on a project, they find out that their wages within their company are out of whack. Could be either way. Could be way underpaid, could be way overpaid. Just depends on the individual and who their friends are. But this will give you an idea of what they're capable of. Anyone that is earning below their actual wage or installing below their actual wage, I would probably give some coaching to and help them, elevate their rate of installation. Try to make a more profitable employee out of them, but this just gives you an idea of what you're looking at. Now there's also a job summary report in here, and this will just kind of tell you how you're performing on your tasks. Again, green numbers are good, red numbers are bad. So if you see any red numbers start to pop up on your project, you probably want to go out and talk to your crew and see what's going on. This underground branch crew, they could have actually run into some big boulders in their trenching that they had to get around, and that may have caused some delays for them. Or it could be a skill level. You never know. So you want to get out there and see what they're up against and try to help them solve that. So the sooner you know that the problem exists, the sooner you can get it solved, the more you can minimize the loss. And then I also wanted to take a look at the Gantt chart real quick. So here's the Gantt chart covering our 2 weeks worth of work. You can see that Crew 1 actually finished ahead of schedule, so that's a good thing. Crew 2 actually completed ahead of schedule also, but they had some delays and actually went over budget. So they didn't go over on time, but they did go over on money, and lost some money on the tasks that were assigned to them. So this will tell you the day that you encounter a problem on a task. It's always good to open your Gantt chart up in the morning, take a look at what happened yesterday. As long as you get your time entered in every day, it will tell you if you have issues on your project. If you see any red showing up on your Gantt chart or in your summary report, you're going to want to go talk to those people, find out what the problem is. The key to being profitable is identifying your issues on your project quickly and then getting out there and solving them. So if you see any red, go fix that problem. Minimize those losses. It's always possible to go over budget on a task and still bring the phase in under budget. So you just want to be able to react quickly, and this tool right here will give you the ability to do that. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you next time.